Hello and welcome back to Bunso Bites. I'm your host Omni43 and I'm here joined with Snorlax. Today is going to be another off week, different week? I don't know. It feels off to me. Chiggy and I were not able to record this week, which is fine. Life happens. So here I am going to do something a little bit different. I know in this format we normally open Pokemon cards. However, we didn't have anything new or exciting to open this time. So I'm going to do something that I've been putting off for a few months now, which is building my Mega Bloks Pikachu little standee. I have relatively recently gotten into Mega Bloks Lego type things, and our friends have been gifting us the Pokemon ones because obviously we are big Pokemon fans. Oh look, it poses, how cute. And I have one of the Pikachus already built, and so I was like, okay, I'll build this one. This was actually a gift from one of Chiggy's friends. Only thing is I don't remember how to open it. But yeah, I figured this would be kind of a fun little change up again from our regular format, but I might have to get a knife for this. Yeah, we didn't really have anything new to open that I could have done like we normally do, or like we've done in the past, so I figured another fun little cute nerdy task is to do this. Since I'm doing kind of Mega Bloks equivalent or Lego equivalent, I don't know how close the camera needs to be, so we might adjust. I'm kind of hoping this will work out. It looks like there's only 2 bags. There are 211 pieces, and it's for a 7+-year-old. I am over the age of 7, so fingers crossed I can figure this out. Like I said, Chiggy and I have been crazy busy with, oh no, there's not 2 bags, I'm silly, there's 4 bags, and they are labeled like Legos. If you're not familiar, Mega Bloks is a off-brand Lego, I guess, and they actually were the ones who originally had the Pokemon rights before Lego got them, and Lego and Pokemon are collabing, which is crazy to me because the Lego sets are, I think the biggest one is like $600, $700. And these are like $5-6. So unfortunately now these are going up in price because everyone's trying to buy them, but they are just like, you know, the supply and demand, funny little thing. So it looks like we're going to start with Pikachu's face, and it's just like regular Lego. Oh look, there's a QR code, sorry, but it looks like regular Lego, and you just kind of put it together. So I'm gonna have the instruction books on the side, but we're gonna talk and chit chat, have our normal kind of pod episode vibe thing. I'll put these bags to the side, and yeah, let's get started. How have you guys been? It's definitely been a while, not only that I've kind of done this format, but also it feels like it's been a while that we've had a real update. Chiggy and I have been incredibly busy the last few weeks. Last month, as you guys know, last week we did our Chicago update because we went to Chicago last month. And pretty much when we got back from Chicago, it's just been go, go, go. Which is like one of those like, what's the word? I'm saying like a lot because I don't know what to say. I am having a bit of an off day, so we're just kind of going, and I figured doing something easy would be nice. So yes, Chiggy and I have been, we've been incredibly busy since we got back from Chicago, which is both, you guys can't even see it. Oh, silly me. There we go. I'm just putting together a couple pieces to start. I promise you didn't miss anything. We've been busy since we got back from Chicago, and life has been going, and I'm trying to keep up. And in all of that, there's been a couple chaotic things that happened. So hopping into kind of what's going on with me anyways. Obviously, Chiggy can't give his update, but I have been busy at work, obviously, just, normal stuff. When you go on leave and then you come back, you always kind of come back to a mountain of emails or a mountain of things. And there's a lot of updates going on at work with like our systems and everything like that. So it's been kind of this weird on and off of like, are we able to finish what we need to do at work because the systems are in and out, and it's been intermittent, I guess is the word. Oh, I skipped a step. I gotta put his eyes on. Is this gonna be a he or a she Pikachu? Who knows? We'll find out when we do the tail. But yeah, so been busy with catching up with work, and then busy also with friends and church. Last week Mo was here, so Mo and I spent the weekend together, which was really, really lovely. Mo is from Florida, and so she was able to find a really nice, a good, decent flight. So we were able to spend the weekend together, and we did something that I hadn't done before, which was kayaking. No, I have kayaked before, I guess, but it's been a while since I've kayaked, I guess. I think the last time I did it, I was a kid, so I really didn't know if I knew how to do it again, or if I knew how to do it at all. And so we both were just like, well, let's just do it. Like, why not? It'll be fun because it's the two of us, and we could be silly about it. And we were silly about it, and it was very, very... I was giggling the whole time. I had no idea what I was doing. Oh, am I missing a part? Am I looking at this wrong? I need the plate pieces that have the red cheeks on it. Oh, there's her mouth. Her mouth, I don't know. Interesting. Am I missing pieces already? Or am I just blind? Do you guys see the cheek pieces? Because I don't. No. I thought they were smooth pieces. Maybe not. I know these pieces are going to go here, because we're trying to make Pikachu's cute little round face. And then it says to get the red pieces, or the red rounded pieces. Oh, I'll keep looking. Oh, here's one. Oh, they're smaller. Maybe I'm looking at too big of a piece. That's the rest of the mouth. There. Also, do you guys do Lego? Oh, here we go. Here's a set. I think they're a lot smaller than I'm thinking. And I need the second side of Pikachu's face. Here's one. And I bet y'all are screaming, being like, it's right there, you just don't see it. You're right, I don't see it. This is the bottom. Oh, I need a kind of small rounded piece. This is also like me doing it over here we go, over the camera. My hands are in front of me, so I have something, the camera and the mic are right in front of me, and then I have it in front. So, yeah, we did kayaking, and that was a lot of fun. But one of the things that happened this past week, right after, well, it was while best friend Mo was here, was that my battery died. While we were out and about, my my car battery just died. And at first I was like, wow, I must be really bad at cars in general, or like I don't know how to do maintenance on my car or whatever, which, like, I'm not the biggest car head at all. But it was also weird to me because I was like, my car is relative on the newer side. It's not new, but it's not brand new, but definitely on the newer side. And it just felt off that my battery was already dead. Granted, I bought her newly used, so she was lightly used, but it was definitely a surprise. Thankfully, I have roadside assistance, and so we were able to get my car jumped. We brought it to the shop, and then actually ended up canceling that because the shop was charging an absolute arm and a leg for everything, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't really like that. So I ended up going to what's it called? We ended up going to like a what are they called? The like an auto zone or auto shop type of thing, where you can just buy the battery and then someone will install like one of the staff members will install it for you. A little bit cheaper than like paying for a shop or something to do labor for you. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Rather do that so I don't have to pay as much money, I guess. Oh, I definitely put those in the wrong spot. Learning together. Oops. I was like, I know that looked wrong, or that felt wrong anyways. So, got the battery fixed. Everything was great. It actually was, I was surprised because I was like, oh, this is a lot I don't want to say easier, but it was one of those problems that when it happened, I was like, oh, okay, this really, really stinks and it's not fun, but it was on the quicker side of a fix. So then I was like, oh, great. No sweat off my brow type of thing. Like I didn't have anything necessarily to worry about other than, okay, just got to pay for a new battery. Great. And so we got the new battery, got it installed, met a really nice man at the auto shop, and everything was going great. That was Sunday was when the battery died. Monday was when we got the diagnostic from the shop. So then I got it fixed Monday afternoon. Still had to go to work and everything. And I used Chiggy's car actually to get to work. Chiggy was able to work from home. And so we were like, okay, cool. Worked out great. And then Tuesday, on my way to work, I get rear-ended. And if you know anything about me, I don't really handle stress very well. I have anxiety and I kind of worst case scenario a lot of things in my life. And that was not what I wanted right after already having to fix some car stuff. So fast forward, fast forward to again, Tuesday, get into I got rear-ended, and thankfully, my car didn't have what seemingly doesn't, excuse me, my car thankfully does not look like it has any external damage other than some scuff marks on the very back of the trunk and on the like a little bit kind of under the trunk, or not trunk, like it's not the full bumper. I don't know. My car looks like this is my first time having an SUV in my life, so it just kind of, his car went a little bit under my car, so just kind of on the back underside of the back, bottom part of the bumper trunk area, were a couple of scuffs. And his car kind of like caved in a little bit, unfortunately. So that was a little bit stressful because I was scared that his airbag deployed. If you don't know, when you're in an accident, your airbags deploy. It gets really serious really fast, regardless of like if anyone was actually hurt or not, because when airbags deploy, that's kind of an indicator of something a little bit more serious. Thankfully, his did not deploy, and it all worked out a-okay for us. I called the police since in the past I've had experiences where I've kind of been maybe taken advantage of due to not really knowing how to handle those situations. And so I've learned when that happens, just call the police. We were able to pull our cars over to the side. The police came, made their report, and it wasn't anything that was that couldn't be handled by just calling insurance. Oh, this is weird because this is one of those pieces that has like little divots on both sides, but I'm pretty sure it's this way. We'll find out if I'm wrong later. I like doing things like this. I like doing Lego, but I'm not necessarily good at it, if that makes sense. Oh, maybe it is this way. Let's see. Oh, it clicked in that way, but the picture doesn't look like that, which has me worried. Uh-oh. Now I'm at a point where like I gotta rip these apart and they're like locked in already. Let me try one of these. I don't have a brick separator, but I do have like a little something. I have a little something that I can try to jimmy the two pieces apart. Because the picture looks like it's the other way around, so I'd rather try the other way around and follow the picture. But it's not clicking in that way. Come on, I'm older than a 7-year-old. I can figure this out. So I hope. Yeah, it's definitely this way in the picture. So I feel like I have to lock it in this way. I just don't know how if it doesn't fit. I don't know if you guys are, oh, it does fit. You just have to push it really hard. If you guys are Lego defenders, as in you only buy or build with Lego, or if you're okay with like kind of the off-brand ones. I don't mind either way as long as it works. I've done both Lego Mega Blocks is kind of the next big one. And the one that I'm not the biggest fan of, excuse me, is Nano Blocks, because I just think my fingers are much too large and can't handle. I built a Nano Blocks Snorlax one time. Actually, I have it right here. Hold on. See, I don't like moving him because he's so delicate. And it's like, I have a little Nano Blocks Snorlax here. The thing is, if you hear on the inside, there's definitely parts that fell on the inside of him, and you can kind of see in there that like this whole thing like went inside. But in order for me, if I were to fix it, I would have to completely dismantle the whole thing. So he just sits like this, complete but not really. If you look closely or listen closely, he's definitely not complete. And he just sits on Chiggy's desk. By the way, if that wasn't explained before, this is Chiggy's desk. This is his little desk mat that he uses. And on my setup, his is like a actual keyboard desk mat. Mine is Pokemon playmats. So also my setup is not nearly as like complicated as Chiggy's, so it's not anything fancy to say the least. Oh, this one just doesn't want to stick. Okay. I'm just gonna hope for the best. But yeah, so I got into a fender bender on the way to work, and that was not fun. Oh yeah, where was I in the story? We called the police. Police came, did the report, and technically everything was fine because both cars were able to technically drive away. It wasn't, the police said that, everything was fine. We were able to get all exchange information and insurances and all those things. Which again, I'm grateful for that. The other driver, despite this being a lighter, a fender bender, lack of a better way of saying it, but he was very patient with me. I think I was clearly exhibiting stressy vibes because I just don't know how to deal with those things. Like, truly, I don't. And he was super chill. So shout out to that guy. And made it to work. When I got off of work, I called his insurance to make the claim, and now I'm just kind of waiting for the insurance. They're supposed to call me back, or everything should be like filed or whatever. So just waiting for that phone call. I got the contact info from a representative. I'm gonna switch this out. I don't know if it's just not fitting right or what. I will say that is something that a lot of people say about non-Lego pieces or non-Lego brands, is that they are not as precise as Lego is. I think Lego is known for being like incredibly precise with their printing of their blocks. So it can be very like when you're working with like an off-brand Lego or like a not real Lego, they say like, oh, well, that's why it's not as good, because like, or it takes longer because the pieces aren't as precise as like actual Lego are. Like I said, I've built with both for the most part. I don't have a problem with either, so I like both. There we go. One of those done. Do I need to do it twice? One to the left and one to the right? Looks like I do. Am I missing a piece? No, it's right here. Okay, do it again. How did I do this? Not me doing it once and then already forgetting how I did it. But yes, and then make sure I do it. One is to the right and one is to the left. So this way. I cannot tell you guys how many times, like, directionally, I can be really, really bad. So, like, sometimes I'll build, like, in this case, I have to build this shape twice, but one facing this way and then one facing the other way. And I tend to accidentally build it the same way, like, in the same direction twice. So I was like, oh, okay. Gotta make sure I don't do that. Or try not to anyways. So, yeah. got into a fender bender, waiting for insurance. Not very happy about it, but and my anxiety was definitely through the roof on Tuesday when all that happened. So that was not the best, but we're okay. I'm grateful that we're happy, healthy, safe. Like I keep trying to ground myself and remind myself that there are a lot worse things that could have happened and that do happen every day. So I'm grateful that I am not one of those situations, and that, it's like I came out of it, and I'm coming out of it well. But I'm still just like wigged out. My poor supervisor, she had to call me that day, and I was literally shaking. Like, my hands were shaking, my like head was shaking, and we were calling each other on Teams on the computer, and I was just shaking so bad. She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm just stressed out. I'm so sorry." She's been really, really nice and accommodating. So all is well, or all's well that ends well, I guess. Just waiting for insurance. Now I need to put these pieces here. Okay, so we're building up the bottom half of Pikachu's face. That makes sense. See, that's why the pieces had to be that way, because then I can insert the piece here, but then I have little pieces sticking out there for me to add pieces to. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but if you build Lego, I'm sure you understand. Let's see, we have this. Somehow that doesn't feel right, but okay. No, it is. I'm just overthinking, as I tend to do. Yeah, Chiggy has been very supportive this whole time. I am so grateful that he just kind of keeps me in check and makes sure I don't, like, completely lose my mind, although it feels like I am half the time. So, love that for me. If you are an anxious girly like me, highly recommend finding a partner that helps regulate you and just kind of keeps you in check, because otherwise the world can get really, really overwhelming, and it's not fun when you don't have someone who can help support you through that. Which brings me to my, I guess, the topic of today's episode. Like, sorry, I've been talking for 20 minutes, or building for 20 minutes, I guess, but into the actual topic for today, which is, I guess, just generally speaking, mental health. I've honestly been struggling a lot with my mental health the last couple of weeks. A big part of that being we're so busy, all the car stuff that was happening, and I got stressed out, as well as just different things in life. One of my friends has moved across the country. I spent time with best friend, maid of honor, and was reminded about how far she is every single day of my life, and that made me really, really sad, kind of being like, oh, I wish we lived closer together, and I wish that life was easier. All the car stuff that's been happening has kind of put me in a mental state of just being stressed out. Y'all, I cannot tell you how stressed out I am. Poor Chiggy's just have had to put up with me. But Chiggy has been the best. Like, I genuinely cannot complain. He is wonderful, and I love him so much. But, yeah, it's just been really, really hard. You kind of get into, I always view my mental health as chapters and waves. Oh, goodness. Okay. I am getting a phone call, so give me 2 seconds, guys. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. My mom was calling me, and she normally calls me in the afternoon when I'm getting off of work or when I'm off work. Do you guys talk to your parents every day? I talk to my parents almost every day. Obviously, there are times when we can't talk because, life be lifin'. But I try to talk to them every day because they're my parents, and I love them a lot. This is not fitting. I'm like oh, there it is. I'm trying to click this in really hard, and it just wasn't working. I guess this way, question mark? Oh, I did that. the way I was supposed to. Didn't think I did that right, but it's fine. We got it. We got there. So yeah, back to mental health. Since it's been busy and it's been not hard, but just, my mental health has kind of been on the ropes, I guess. I feel like I've had to kind of get through a lot of things in the last couple weeks. Life has definitely felt very heavy isn't the right word, but just kind of I've been trying to like get through life, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I haven't been processing as much, which is not great for me because I'm all about needing to process everything in my brain to make that it makes sense, and so I can kind of get through whatever I need to get through. But I just, it's been so busy. I know I keep saying that, but July generally is a pretty busy month for Chiggy and I, and so we really uh we really don't have the luxury, I guess, to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Just kind of go, go, go all the time. And with like other things in my personal life happening, so like I said, I have a friend who's moving across the country. I have, I was able to hang out with my best friend, but it was also a little bit bittersweet because I was just reminded all the more while that even though she's here, or she was here with me, those couple of days, and I'm grateful for it. I'm so happy that I saw her. I got really, really sad when she left because I was like, oh, like, I wish I could do this with her every weekend, or I wish I could see her all the time. And it's not just a an occasional thing. Like, I would love if our lives could be built around, you know, she and I being together more often. And so, I was just trying to ground myself, and then all this stuff was happening with the car, so I was like, I can't really ground myself. I cannot really process this sadness, and on top of that, this is slightly unrelated, but also just a little bit related. A lot of my friends have been kind of busy and stressed out themselves, and I am proudly, but also like it's to my own detriment in different situations. But I'm very empathetic to other people's feelings. And so when other people around me are stressed out or sad or they're going through things, then I feel those feelings with them and for them. And that's not fun because then I just want to be sad for them and I'm already sad. So lots of sadness. It's not even sad, just stressed out, which leads to, I guess, a certain degree of sadness. And I want to make it very clear. I'm not trying to aim for pity here, or I'm not trying to say boohoo me, if that makes sense. Like, I really don't want to, sound ungrateful for all the things that are going well and that are positive in my life. I'm just kind of in a slump. Like I said, for me, my mental health tends to go I have waves, I have ups and downs, and I have good weeks, months even, and then I have weeks and months that are just not so great. And I'm in a slump, y'all. As much as like a lot of positive and wonderful things have happened, as we went to Chicago and I have a lot of family plans going on, and my cousin is, she got accepted to like this amazing college, and like all these like wonderful, beautiful, amazing, great things are happening. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not. And I'm so grateful that Shiggy has been my number one support and like fan, I guess. Like, he's cheering me on and taking care of me, making sure that I'm okay. But it has been hard. I don't know if anyone listening, if you have anxiety or any mental health issues or whatever, but I hope that if you do, you have someone as wonderful and as supportive as Chiggy is to me, because I really don't know what I would do without him. Like, he helps ground me a lot in a way that I don't think anyone in my life has done before. And like, how lucky am I that I have that? That's not to say that my problem gets solved. Like, I'm still anxious, I'm still stressed out, I'm still sad, whatever it may be, but I'm so grateful that he gives me the space that I need, or he'll give me the, oh, I got a notification. I'm sorry if you guys hear the Discord notification. He gives you the space I need, he gives you the support I need. If I just need a hug, or if I can't cook dinner that night, or whatever it is, he's a-okay with it. He rolls with the punches. And how lucky am I? What did I do to deserve that in my life? So it is really, really nice that I have him and that he does that for me. So I hope that if you experience the feelings or the things that I experience, that you also can find someone who can support you that way too. It really does makes those sad or darker moments, what's the word? Like more bearable, I guess, because then you know you're not alone, which is really, really nice. One of the things that when I was going to therapy more regularly, she she really emphasized the importance of my interpersonal relationships. And I'm grateful that, I have my family, I have Chicky, I have so many friends who, even when they are busy with their own lives and problems, they they have and continue to go out of their way to help me and support me too. So I hope you have that too. One of the things that I wrote down, because I made a little checklist so I don't go too off the rails, although I feel like I have been going off the rails, so excuse the rambling, but I also just kind of hope you're enjoying and here for the conversation as well. If you have any friends or family, whoever in your circle in your life that maybe not struggles, but just maybe going through something, even if it's not a mental health thing and they're just stressed out, or they're um not feeling it, or they're in a little slump in their life, I think it's really good as a friend and or a family member, whatever, within your community, doing check-ins. Excuse me. Check-ins with your friends and family, when especially when life is a little bit hard, there's a lot going on, life is a little bit full in a way that maybe you can't control, or maybe you just can't handle, and that's something that they can't handle, or not that you can't handle it, but just it's a lot to handle, I guess. Then check in with them. I think even if it's a call or a text, as silly as it sounds, but genuinely, it really is nice when people reach out to me and, make sure I'm okay. I have a bunch of different. Yo, Chiggy, your Discord's going off. Shout out to Chiggy's friends, but if you'll hear that, I'm sorry. If you, I have a lot of different text groups or chat rooms and stuff. So I have different, depending on which set of friends, as if I put my friends in sets, but you guys know what I mean, where it's us. I have one with me and two other girls, and I have one with best friend, and I have one with where my bridesmaids, and I have one with people that I go out to eat with, and things like that, things of that nature, where it's different categories. And sometimes even just shooting a friendly text in a group chat, being hey, checking in, is everyone doing all right, can make a world of difference. It sounds so cheesy and silly. I get it. It does. It really does. But it's so heartwarming when you have people reach out to you in that, and in that situation. Oh, I forgot a piece. How did I forget a piece? Or did I do it backwards? Guys, did I do it backwards? I think I did it backwards. Hold on. It says I need to add a piece here, and I don't. I think I put it on the bottom on accident, which was not what I meant to do. I think this is fixable. Hold on. It's supposed to be, this piece is yellow, and the gray one's supposed to be on the bottom. But by the looks of it, I put the gray one. Or can I just flip it? It's the same, right? I could just flip it. Yeah. It's fine. We're fine. Wait, I gotta check back. How far down? Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, it makes sense that the yellow's on the outside because obviously we're trying to make this whole piece, or oh, you can't even see. I essentially just flipped this around so that the yellow is on top because it makes sense that the yellow would be on the outside and the gray, excuse me, would be on the inside. Okay, we're good. I saved it. I was like, why does this look wrong? Like, it doesn't look like the picture at all. Also, I like this because it allows you to move Pikachu's little ears. How cute is that? I'm sorry if it's not in focus. I just realized the focus kind of does change. The focus is, I guess, here, further out. But, yeah. See? I can move the ears. Cute! So yes, check in with your friends. Show your friends that you love them. Even if it's just a simple, hey, how are you? Oh, I just hit the mic. I'm sorry. Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing okay. Checking in. And I say that truly too because one of my friends, she's been having to pull a lot. She works retail and retail hours, I guess is the way to say it. She doesn't technically work retail, but she works retail hours. And when I tell you this girl is stressed out, she is stressed out. And she's similar to me where it's like she's been very, very busy. She's had a lot going on with her family. Like a lot of family things have come up, health issues with like older relatives, and that kind of stuff just stresses you out and makes you worry about things that you cannot even control. But the thing that is kind of is a relief to know is like when, your friends kind of do check on you and be like, hey, like, hope everything is okay, hope your relative is doing well, like whatever it is. And doing so in a way that it's not necessarily saying like, oh, how are you? Like, I hope, whatever. But it's just kind of saying like, I see you. I see you're going through a difficult time and I'm here if you need me. Like as a friend, I'm here. And I think that is something that you can't really replace with like that's a kind of a friendship or a quality in a friend that you can't really replace, like in the sense of when you need that help and support and your friends are there truly to help and support you. It really is a beautiful relief in its own right. And I need the middle piece. Look, we got the back of Pikachu's head. That's cute. Look, it's all smooth. Till we get here, we gotta figure out what's going on here. And did I do this wrong? I think I put the ears on wrong. Hold on. It's saying to put it in this way, which I guess makes sense because then the points are. I like it the other way though, but yeah. So flip the ears just so that you don't really see the print line. I think you can see the print line a little bit better or worse on this side, better on this side. Okay, so we got the ears and the back of the head. Now we gotta put together this little bottom part and build out this section. Okay. Other than checking in with friends, I think something that is kind of what I was mentioning earlier too, where it's just like staying grounded because of your friends and family is really important. So as someone who genuinely just struggles a lot with stress and anxiety and all that stuff, excuse me, it's really important for me as a person to like literally ground myself with my friends and family. So, carving in the time with people who I love and people that are important to me is really, really important because I have to, like, otherwise I'm sad and I'm not myself. And, you don't want to, it's a way that allows me to remember that I'm not alone and to remember that I do have people who love and care about me lots and lots and lots. Even if in my conscious brain I'm like, yeah, of course I have people who love me. In hard times it's really easy to forget. So it's good to intentionally give yourself time and space to do that and to be with those people so that you remember and so that you don't think otherwise. I don't know how to say it. So you know, it's good practice to formulate that and to build that into your routine, I guess. Obviously, Chiggy and I are very intentional and grateful that spending quality time with each other is of importance to both of us. And so it's really good that, we intentionally take the time to spend quality time together. Not just us, I don't know, hanging out or it's us hanging out, yes, but it's like the intentionality of spending quality time together is is important to us, and we prioritize it. And Shiggy knows how vital it is to my mental health, to make sure that I am, you know, in that he's there for me and checks in with me. Oh, look, we finished the face. How cute. I don't know how people feel about like stickers versus like actual printed elements on Lego pieces, or in this case Mega Bloks pieces. I don't mind when it's a character, but like, obviously like they need to have their facial features printed on the actual piece. But I do like, so for example, I think in a lot of Star Wars sets, or maybe they're older Star Wars sets, I don't know, but those would be stickers. And I like that. I like the idea of stickers because then it kind of keeps or maintains the integrity of Lego as a whole. And then like, oh, if you needed to put a sticker on a Lego piece to make it look like a spaceship, you know, uh a spaceship dashboard or something with lots of buttons or whatever, instead of like building it with like individual stud pieces, you build it, you just use a piece and then you can stick a sticker on it. I don't know, what are your thoughts? But hey, yo, we finished our cute little Pikachu. I think I will wrap this episode up just because I have been talking for a while. I didn't even I'm like looking at the timer. I was talking for a long time. There might be a lot of ums in there, and that may be why. So who knows? I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope that this catch up wasn't. I feel like I sound really really sad or let down. I am, but I'm also in a good place because I have a lot of people who love and support me and are helping me get through it. So yeah, just stay grounded, prioritize yourself and your health. Take those actually take rest days. It's really, really important. And a rest day is not a day where you're catching up with chores or you're catching up with errands and whatever, and it's just a rest day because you're off work. Take actual rest days, even if it means building a little Pikachu Lego head and talking to your online friends. I hope you stay happy, healthy, and well. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we will see you hopefully with Chiggy together for a proper episode. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.